I lived for 2 weeks in the bottom of the sea.
2 weeks at the bottom of the ocean?
Yeah.
How deep?
It was exactly 20,000 millimeters under the sea. It was about 60 feet, which works out to be about...
Breaking revelations have just surfaced, and they're coming straight from Joe Rogan's podcast. The US Navy allegedly encountered something deep beneath the ocean that was so disturbing it was immediately classified. But now, for the first time, Rogan is detailing what insiders claim the Navy actually saw, and it's nothing short of chilling. If even half of what's being said is true, this could be the biggest ocean mystery the government has ever tried to hide. Let's dive in. What did the Navy really see? During an episode of his podcast, Joe Rogan opened up about something that's been kept under wraps for a long time, what the US Navy actually saw while deep-sea diving. According to Rogan, the encounter was real, and it wasn't just another blurry fish on a camera. The Navy had apparently seen something moving underwater, far below the surface, in a region where sunlight doesn't reach and where few humans ever go. Whatever they witnessed, it didn't match any known marine life, and its movements left even experienced Navy divers confused. Rogan didn't say it was a sea monster or an alien, but he did say this might change the way we think about what actually lives on our planet. The ocean covers more than 70% of Earth, and yet we've explored less than 5% of it. Joe Rogan pointed out that we've actually mapped more of outer space than we have of our own ocean floor. For all we know, there could be entire ecosystems down there that operate in complete darkness, cut off from everything we think we understand about biology. Scientists know the ocean is full of strange life forms, from glowing jellyfish to fish that survive under pressure that would crush a submarine. But Rogan suggested there might be even more life forms that don't follow any rules we know. That's what makes the Navy's sighting so important. If they see something that doesn't fit into any known category, that's a sign we're missing something big. Joe Rogan emphasized how little we really know about the ocean. He said it's one of the last truly unexplored places left on Earth. Despite all our technology, getting to the bottom of the ocean is incredibly hard. The pressure down there can crush metal, and it's completely dark. Even submarines can only go so far. That's why most of our information about the deep sea comes from robotic probes, and even those can only cover small areas. There are still miles and miles of deep trenches that haven't been studied. So when the Navy spots something strange, it not only raises questions, but highlights how much we still don't know. Joe Rogan also stirred curiosity on his podcast when he brought up something surprising. NASA isn't just looking at stars anymore. They're turning their attention to Earth's oceans, specifically the deep, dark, untouched zones that most of us never think about. It might sound odd at first, since NASA is best known for rockets and rovers, but according to Rogan, the ocean floor holds just as many unknowns as the surface of Mars. And it's not just talk. NASA has started investing real time and technology into exploring these waters. The reason is the ocean's most remote areas share conditions similar to space. Studying how machines and life behave under those conditions helps scientists better prepare for missions beyond Earth. During a discussion with wildlife biologist Forrest Galante, Rogan brought up one piece of underwater footage that stood out. In the clip, a bizarre creature floated across the screen. It had strange, long appendages that looked like a mix between legs and tentacles. As they watched, Rogan reacted with visible confusion. He tried to describe the limbs but couldn't settle on what to call them. The creature looked completely alien. It didn't swim like anything familiar, and its limbs bent in unnatural ways. Its body drifted through the water slowly, almost like it didn't belong on Earth. Galante pointed out how rare it was to catch something like this on camera, and Rogan agreed. He noted how massive the creature appeared, and how its tentacle-like extensions stretched far beyond what he expected. Even for people used to odd marine animals, this was different. Rogan and Galante couldn't stop commenting on how strange it looked, comparing it to an insect, and even joking that it didn't seem real. The footage raised more questions than answers, but it made one thing clear, that the deep sea is full of the unexpected. The motivation behind NASA's shift in focus is its science. The ocean's deepest zones offer conditions similar to other planets and moons. There's no light, the temperatures are freezing, and the pressure is so high it can crush steel. These are exactly the kinds of environments space agencies want to understand before sending people or machines to other worlds. By studying how equipment performs in the deep ocean, NASA can design better tools for space. The idea is simple. If it works down there, it might work out there. These experiments can reveal how machines handle extreme environments, how materials break down, and maybe even how life could survive in alien conditions. The Orpheus submarine. To explore these dark depths, NASA built a new submersible named Orpheus. It's designed specifically to survive in the Hadal Zone, a part of the ocean deeper than 6,000 meters. That's a place most submersibles can't even reach. The Hadal Zone is mostly untouched because it's nearly impossible to explore. The pressure there is about 1,000 times greater than at sea level. Orpheus is built to handle it. Its structure is reinforced to withstand intense pressure and freezing temperatures. It also carries cameras and tools to study marine life and the ocean floor. More importantly, it serves as a test platform for future space exploration. What scientists learn from Orpheus may influence how they build probes for planets like Europa, one of Jupiter's icy moons believed to have an ocean beneath its surface. The Orpheus submersible is a high-tech explorer designed to handle the most extreme parts of Earth's oceans. Equipped with advanced sensors and high-resolution cameras, it collects data and navigates where human divers can't go. These tools allow Orpheus to see through total darkness, measure environmental conditions, and study the ocean floor in real time. What sets Orpheus apart is its ability to move without being controlled by a human pilot. Its autonomous navigation system lets it glide across rugged underwater landscapes, avoiding hazards on its own. This is crucial in areas too dangerous or unpredictable for manned missions. Orpheus's onboard artificial intelligence allows it to assess situations and make decisions while submerged. Whether it's avoiding jagged rocks or zooming in on a patch of rare coral, the submersible figures out what to focus on, all without asking for help. This kind of independence is vital. On the ocean floor, communications are limited, so real-time problem-solving is a must. If something unexpected appears in front of Orpheus, the AI kicks in, adjusting course or redirecting its cameras. It can prioritize targets for scientific study on the fly, which makes each mission more productive and far safer. Orpheus also comes with some of the most advanced mapping tools ever built for underwater research. As it travels across the sea floor, it builds detailed, three-dimensional maps. The pictures reveal entire landscapes that have never been seen before. Canyons, ridges, and strange formations come into view, helping scientists understand how the Earth's crust behaves in extreme conditions. These same mapping systems may one day help guide probes beneath the surface of frozen moons like Europa, where NASA suspects oceans may exist beneath thick layers of ice. If life is out there, it might be hiding in environments that look a lot like the Hadal Zone down here. What NASA is doing with Orpheus is about preparing for others. The technology being tested underwater is directly relevant to space exploration. On other planets, spacecraft won't have real-time instructions from Earth. They'll need to think, adapt, and survive all on their own. That's exactly what Orpheus is learning to do under thousands of meters of seawater. The truth behind the legends. For centuries, the giant squid lived in the shadows of terrifying sea tales. It was described as a monster that could drag ships and sailors into the depths. But science has since pulled back the curtain, and what we've found is far more fascinating than frightening. The giant squid, officially named Architeuthis dux, is real and massive. Females can grow up to 43 feet long, while males can reach about 33 feet. This creature has 8 powerful arms and 2 even longer tentacles used for grabbing prey. These limbs are lined with suction cups that have sharp edges, making it a highly efficient hunter. But despite its intimidating appearance, it's not out there smashing ships or battling humans. Its body design and behavior are more about survival in the deep sea than destruction. In the past, people only knew of the giant squid through washed-up remains or the deep scars found on sperm whales, which are known to hunt them. It wasn't until the early 20,000s that scientists finally recorded live footage of the creature in its natural habitat. That moment changed everything. It gave researchers real insight into how the squid moves, hunts, and interacts with its dark, pressurized world, with no shipwrecks involved. Stories of sea serpents have haunted seafarers for generations. Descriptions have ranged from snake-like bodies with horse-like heads to creatures with manes, glowing eyes, and even the ability to breathe fire. These wild accounts were often dismissed as exaggerated sailor stories until the oarfish came into view. The oarfish is the longest known bony fish, reaching lengths of up to 36 feet. Its silver, ribbon-like body and bright red fin running along its back make it a striking and unfamiliar sight, especially to someone spotting it for the first time. It moves in a slow, undulating motion, often near the ocean's surface, when sick or dying exactly when it's likely to be noticed. It's not hard to imagine a tired crew mistaking this strange animal for a mythical sea monster. Mermaids have captured imaginations for centuries. Often portrayed as beings with the upper body of a human and the tail of a fish, they appear in folklore, paintings, and tales from all over the world. In some stories, they led sailors to disaster. In others, they offered protection or good luck. Historical accounts even include so-called mermaid sightings by explorers like Christopher Columbus. But modern experts believe many of these sightings were likely manatees or dugongs, large, slow-moving marine mammals that occasionally raise their heads and flippers above water in ways that, from a distance, might resemble a human figure. In the lonely stretch of open sea, imagination can easily take over. In 1918, the USS Cyclops, a massive US Navy collier, embarked on a routine journey from Barbados to Baltimore. On board were 306 crew members and passengers. However, the ship vanished without a single distress signal or trace of wreckage. Despite extensive search efforts, no bodies or debris were ever found. This incident remains the largest non-combat loss of life in US naval history and is often linked to the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle. Another eerie disappearance occurred in 1955 when the MV Joyita, a merchant vessel, was found drifting aimlessly in the South Pacific 5 weeks after vanishing from Apia, Samoa. The ship was partially submerged, lifeboats were missing, and yet there was no sign of the crew or passengers. The radio had been set to an international distress signal frequency, but no distress calls had been made. Despite being in a relatively intact state, the absence of everyone aboard remains an unsolved mystery. In 1909, the SS Waratah left Durban, South Africa, on its second voyage to Adelaide, Australia, carrying 211 people. The ship disappeared near the Agulhas Current, an area known for its rough seas and strong currents. Extensive searches were carried out, but no trace of the ship was ever found. Often dubbed Australia's Titanic, the Waratah adds to the long list of unexplained maritime disappearances. The Bermuda Triangle. These cases are not just isolated incidents, but part of a larger pattern of mysterious disappearances in the ocean. The Bermuda Triangle, a region stretching from Miami to Bermuda to Puerto Rico, is especially notorious for its strange phenomena. Compass malfunctions, sudden weather changes, and ships and planes disappearing in calm seas all contribute to its reputation as a mysterious zone. While no scientific evidence supports the more outlandish theories such as extraterrestrial or supernatural causes, the Bermuda Triangle remains a prime subject of mystery and exploration. The extreme conditions of the deep sea, darkness, immense pressure, and inaccessibility make recovery efforts nearly impossible. This leaves many questions unanswered, adding fuel to the fire of speculation. With all the unexplained disappearances, it's no surprise that conspiracy theories have flourished. Some suggest the presence of mythical sea monsters, drawing comparisons to the Kraken. Others propose the existence of ancient, undiscovered creatures lurking in the deep ocean's unknown territories. The ocean's alien-like environments, vastly different from land-based habitats, seem to invite such theories. On the more scientific side, researchers have explored natural causes like rogue waves and methane hydrates. Rogue waves are large, unpredictable waves that can capsize ships, while methane hydrates, which cause shifts in water density, may explain some disappearances. Although these explanations provide a more grounded understanding, they don't always satisfy public curiosity, which continues to fuel the allure of supernatural theories. Dead zones, areas in the ocean with low oxygen levels where marine life cannot survive, offer another scientific explanation for some mysterious disappearances. Marine life in these areas dies quickly, and ecosystems sometimes vanish without warning. This could help explain why certain regions seem to mysteriously swallow up entire populations of creatures. Despite all the speculation, advancements in underwater technology have allowed researchers to dive deeper and explore the ocean more thoroughly than ever before. Sonar technology and deep-sea submersibles have enabled scientists to map the ocean floor, uncover previously unknown marine life, and study geological formations. These breakthroughs have provided answers to some mysteries, but often open the door to even more questions. The conditions found in the deep sea are often compared to the harsh environments of distant moons and planets. This similarity has sparked theories suggesting that by studying Earth's deep-sea ecosystems, we could better prepare for the potential discovery of extraterrestrial life. As technology improves, and we are able to explore more of the ocean's depths, some of the old theories may be proven wrong, while new discoveries could give rise to even more intriguing questions. The cycle of mystery and exploration in the deep sea is far from over. While the ocean's marine life is vast and diverse, it faces a growing number of challenges that threaten its survival. Pollution, overfishing, and climate change are among the most pressing issues. The growing problem of pollution. Pollution, particularly plastic waste, is one of the ocean's most severe threats. Marine debris accumulates in the water, harming creatures that either ingest it or become trapped in it. The pollution doesn't just remain on the surface either. It reaches even the deepest parts of the ocean, where it continues to cause long-term damage to marine species and their habitats. The scale of this issue is so vast that cleaning up the oceans and preventing further waste remains an ongoing challenge. Overfishing is another significant danger. As fish populations are harvested faster than they can naturally replenish, the result is a sharp decline in their numbers. This disrupts entire marine food chains and affects the biodiversity of marine ecosystems. Local fisheries can collapse, leading to economic hardship for communities that depend on fishing. The practice of overfishing has far-reaching consequences, from endangered species to damaged ecosystems, and the need for sustainable fishing practices has never been more urgent. Climate change adds further strain to the oceans, causing phenomena like coral bleaching and ocean acidification. Coral bleaching occurs when rising sea temperatures force corals to expel the algae living within their tissues, weakening them and disrupting the habitats of countless marine species. These coral reefs, vital for biodiversity, are suffering from the combined stresses of warming waters and increased pollution. Ocean acidification is another result of climate change. As carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere rise, the ocean absorbs some of it, which leads to a chemical reaction that forms carbonic acid. This acid lowers the pH of seawater, making it more acidic. Marine organisms that rely on calcium carbonate, such as corals and shellfish, find it increasingly difficult to form and maintain their shells and skeletons. The effects of ocean acidification threaten entire ecosystems and industries, from fisheries to tourism. Ghost nets, fishing nets that have been abandoned, lost, or discarded, pose yet another major environmental issue. These nets continue to trap marine life in a process called ghost fishing, causing harm to fish, mammals, and other ocean creatures. Every year, ghost nets contribute to the deaths of countless marine animals and damage fragile ecosystems, including coral reefs. They can entangle and break coral branches, smothering reefs that are essential for marine biodiversity. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is another massive concern. It's a vast area in the Pacific Ocean where currents have gathered huge amounts of plastic debris. This patch, which spans a vast area, is a shocking reminder of how human waste is accumulating in the oceans, causing untold damage to marine life. As these threats continue to worsen, the need for effective environmental management, cleanup efforts, and long-term solutions grows ever more critical. The ocean's health is closely linked to the well-being of our planet, and addressing these issues is essential for ensuring a sustainable future. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a massive accumulation of plastic waste that covers an area about twice the size of Texas. It consists mostly of microplastics, along with larger pieces of floating debris. This concentration of plastic waste poses serious threats to marine life, with creatures ingesting or becoming entangled in the debris. The resulting damage disrupts the ocean's food chain, impacting the health of aquatic organisms. The pollution in our oceans is a direct result of human activity, and the consequences are far-reaching. Addressing these threats through stronger environmental policies and individual actions has never been more important. The health of our oceans is essential for both marine species and the stability of the planet's climate system. As pollution, overfishing, and climate change continue to threaten marine ecosystems, ocean conservation has become more crucial than ever. These efforts are necessary to protect the biodiversity of the seas and maintain the resources that humans depend on. Innovative technologies are being put to use to monitor and protect vulnerable marine environments, and these developments are helping scientists make strides toward a healthier ocean. One of the most critical areas of focus in ocean conservation is the protection of coral reefs. These ecosystems are some of the most biodiverse and productive on the planet. To monitor their health, scientists use advanced underwater vehicles equipped with cameras and sensors. These technologies provide detailed images and data that help assess the condition of coral reefs and measure the impacts of environmental stresses like warming waters and acidification. The real-time data gathered enables timely interventions, helping to protect the reefs before further damage occurs. In addition to monitoring coral reefs, new technologies are allowing scientists to explore deeper and more inaccessible parts of the ocean. Autonomous underwater vehicles and remotely operated vehicles are becoming more common in conservation research. These vehicles can dive to extreme depths and withstand harsh underwater conditions, making it possible to study marine populations and environmental conditions that were previously unreachable. The data collected by these machines is vital for developing sustainable fishing practices, managing pollution, and ensuring the long-term health of marine life. Looking to the future, advancements in oceanic technology will continue to play a key role in both conservation and exploration. Submersibles like the Orpheus, which can endure the extreme pressures and darkness of the ocean's deepest regions, are opening up new frontiers for ocean exploration. These vehicles provide new opportunities to study the seafloor, discover new marine species, and observe underwater geological processes in greater detail. The upcoming explorations will not only enhance our understanding of Earth's geological history, but also provide valuable insights into the role of oceans in the global ecosystem. Understanding how deep-sea creatures adapt to their extreme environments could also offer valuable information for astrobiological studies. Researchers hope to apply these insights to the search for life on other planets, particularly those with harsh conditions similar to the deep sea. Technological solutions for ocean cleanup. As the problem of ocean pollution continues to escalate, technological innovations are stepping in to help combat the growing threat. One of the key approaches is the use of GPS tracking and marking systems to prevent fishing nets from being lost at sea. If a net does get lost, these systems can help track and recover it. Alongside this, education and regulation are playing critical roles in curbing the issue. By informing fishing practices and promoting responsible waste disposal, the likelihood of nets being discarded improperly is reduced. Public awareness campaigns, combined with international cooperation, also push for more sustainable practices from both industries and consumers. Efforts to combat pollution go beyond simply stopping it at the source. International agreements and regulations are being put in place to ensure that waste doesn't even make it into the oceans. Organizations and coalitions around the world are working together to address this issue. For example, the Ocean Cleanup Project uses barrier systems to collect and remove plastic waste from the ocean, an important step in mitigating marine debris. Exploring the deep sea is a venture filled with challenges, not just for the researchers, but also for the technology used in these missions. The extreme conditions of the deep ocean demand constant innovation in materials, robotics, and artificial intelligence. With the push to explore deeper parts of the ocean, Technological advancements will continue to be crucial for the safety and success of these missions. Deep-sea exploration didn't always look like the high-tech missions of today. The HMS Challenger expedition, conducted from 1872 to 1876, is considered the birth of modern oceanography. This British Royal Navy ship was equipped with specialized tools for deep-sea exploration, making it the first scientific mission to systematically study the ocean floor. Over the course of nearly 70,000 nautical miles, the Challenger traversed the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans, using early versions of sounding equipment to take measurements, collect samples, and document ocean temperatures at varying depths. One of the expedition's most significant achievements was the discovery of the Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench, the deepest known part of the ocean at the time. This finding shattered previous beliefs about the depths of the ocean and expanded our understanding of marine life. The Challenger crew, led by scientists like Charles Wyville Thomson and John Murray, also collected over 4,000 new marine species, greatly increasing our knowledge of ocean biodiversity. In addition to biological discoveries, the expedition also mapped the global ocean basins and studied the sediment found at the ocean floor, laying the groundwork for the field of oceanography. This data-driven approach to ocean science helped transition the field from speculative guesswork to an empirical, systematic study that would pave the way for future research. The legacy of the HMS Challenger expedition paved the way for more deep-sea explorations, but it wasn't just scientists who were making these incredible journeys. In 2012, filmmaker and explorer James Cameron made history with his solo journey to the Challenger Deep. Using a submersible called the Deep Sea Challenger, Cameron descended nearly 35,787 feet beneath the ocean's surface, making it one of the most significant human achievements in deep-sea exploration. The Deep Sea Challenger was a technological marvel, built to withstand the crushing pressure at such extreme depths, over 1,000 times greater than the pressure found at sea level. Equipped with advanced cameras and scientific instruments, Cameron's mission opened a new chapter in ocean exploration, providing valuable data and sparking further interest in the mysteries hidden in the deep ocean. The imagery from Cameron's dive revealed a barren, desolate landscape, almost entirely devoid of life. However, this stark environment was crucial for scientists to learn about the geology and low-oxygen ecosystems of the deep ocean. Cameron's journey was not only about reaching the deepest point in the ocean, but also about testing new submersible technologies. The Deep-Sea Challenger's design had to withstand the extreme conditions of the deep ocean, offering insights that would influence the future development of submersible vehicles, especially for research purposes. James Cameron's historic expedition to the Challenger Deep marked a major milestone in ocean exploration. His work provided invaluable data, advancing our scientific knowledge and inspiring future explorations into the unknown corners of the ocean. In the early 1970s, another pioneering effort in deep-sea exploration took place with Project Famous, a French-American mid-ocean undersea study. This project focused on the mid-ocean ridge, specifically the Rift Valley in the Atlantic, and became one of the first major collaborative efforts between French and American scientists. By using manned submersibles like Alvin and Sayana, the project provided unprecedented access to one of the most fundamental geological features on Earth. The primary aim of Project Famous was to observe and document the process of seafloor spreading, a key component of the theory of plate tectonics that explains how Earth's continents move over time. During their missions, scientists collected rock samples directly from the ocean floor and observed the formation of new oceanic crust. They also encountered hydrothermal vents and discovered life forms that thrive in these extreme, lightless conditions, sustained by geothermal energy instead of sunlight. This direct observation was crucial in validating the theory of plate tectonics and raised new questions about the relationship between geological activity and oceanic ecosystems. The project greatly expanded the scientific community's understanding of the dynamic processes shaping our planet. By exploring the mid-ocean ridge, scientists gained vital insights into the interplay between geological and biological forces deep within the ocean. Launched in 2017, The Seabed 2030 project is an ambitious initiative with a goal to map the entire ocean floor by 2030. This global effort seeks to enhance our understanding of the ocean's surface, including its topography and geological features, which remain largely unexplored. The project aims to provide a comprehensive, high-resolution map of the ocean floor that will improve marine safety, contribute to scientific research, and support environmental protection efforts. Seabed 2030 represents a significant step toward uncovering the mysteries of our oceans and shaping future exploration and conservation strategies. The project will not only fill gaps in oceanic knowledge, but also foster greater international collaboration and technological advancements that will pave the way for the next generation of ocean exploration. The Seabed 2030 project is uncovering the secrets of the ocean floor, giving us a better understanding of the deep sea and all it holds. Every new discovery helps us protect ecosystems, predict disasters, and manage our resources more wisely. So, what do you think? What could be waiting down there, hidden in the depths, that might completely change everything we know? Drop your comments down below.